Well, you guys, that is exactly why we do test streams. Or, we test things right before we go live. All right, test, test, 1, 2. Let me pull up the stream on my phone. Testing, testing. Got the volume up. I don't hear anything. Oh, come on. Let's try once more. Test, test, 1, 2. Let's try once more. Test, test, 1, 2. All right, that's good to go. And then computer audio. All right, that's good to go. And computer audio. That's good to go. And computer audio. No. All right. So I'm not going to sit here and try to figure it out. Well, I still have time. Hang on. So there's that. Why didn't it come through? Unmute that. Let's try that. Sorry guys, the stream software crashed on me. That's why I stopped and started it back up. All right, so no computer sound. Just flip those around, see which one comes through. Four more minutes and then we'll get into it. No, nothing. Oh well. We'll just mute that out. There's also something else. The mic. Because the mic's only coming in just the left side. Advanced audio properties. I don't see that. Oh, maybe under mixer. Ah, here we go. Mic. Down mix to mono. Trying to build a speed card yourself. Very nice. Well, this may or may not help you, but we're going to be focusing in on the issues that I'm having with my car. But you are definitely more than welcome to stick around, and maybe you can learn while you watch and listen. Did about 4 months of research. Sounds like me. Sounds like me right before I did my first one. I've got the chat. If you guys are wondering why I'm looking to the left, that's where the chat is. The main screen is going to be right in front of me. So if you're looking at the side of my face, that is why. All right. A couple minutes. Hopefully we get some more people in here. So we got 4 right now. Let me delete some of these emails. It sounds like everything's working. Let's do this, because I don't know if people are going to wait until 5, because I posted this on a couple of different platforms. We'll start at 5:05. I really want to get this audio output working. Let's unmute these again. Go back to mixer. Monitor and output. See if that worked. Test, test. Well, I don't even hear myself anymore. Oh, no, I hear me. I hear myself. I just don't hear that. Okay, I'm giving up on the audio, computer audio thing. That's just not going to work. But as long as you guys can hear me, and I can see your chat, that's all we need. We don't need any audio. If y'all want some music, you know, just listen to your music in the background. I was going to play some music for you guys or something. But while we've got that up, let me pull this up as well. You guys can see the screen okay. Let me know if the text is too small, or if you guys can see that okay. Are you doing 1 or 2 motor build? Just a 1 motor build. My goal is 140 miles an hour, and I guess I should put that somewhere. Which isn't a lot compared to many of the other guys who do this. Personal goal is 140 miles per hour. That should definitely be obtainable with my current setup. Some people have gotten in the 150s, and 1 or 2 have gotten 160s with this setup. But really want to hear from somebody in the chat who has done this and could identify an issue with a log. That's what we really need on today's call or today's video. Got 2 viewers right now. I don't know if I count as one of them, but hoping we can get some more. And if anything, I will keep this video posted. You know, that's what we'll do. We'll get started at 5:05. I'll keep this video posted on my channel so that people can watch after the fact, and maybe they'll have a comment. Maybe they know. Maybe they can't watch right now, but maybe they know what the issue is and can comment later. So that's the plan. I'll keep this video up for maybe a week, and then I'll delete it. Because I think I know what the solution is, but I want to get the input from the community first. So, like I said, 2 more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and get started. We'll run through everything on the screen, and then we'll look at the log, and hopefully we can figure this out together right now. But if not, like I said, I'll leave the video posted, and we'll figure it out down the line. So I appreciate you guys coming in. Speed King, I'd be curious if what you see on the screen kind of correlates with what you've researched so far as your own speed car that you're going to build. Definitely interested in that. All right, we'll give it another minute, and then we'll start. I have 2 viewers right now. May not have been the best time of day to do this. I know some people work till 5 and then get off work, but you know, it is what it is. That's what I normally do, but I had a couple of appointments today, and then, like I said, went out and did that afterwards. Did the speed run afterwards. So I took off today. Hey, what's going on? Appreciate you stopping in. For anybody who's either watching now or might watch later, K Customs, they were the ones I was talking to earlier today. They believe they've helped solve the issue, but we're going to go through the logs together and see if it could be anything other than what we talked about. So it's 5:05. We're going to go ahead and get started. And like I said, I'll leave this video up so that if people watch later, we can or they can chime in at another time. So for everyone who's watching, this is the setup. I've got an Arma Limitless GT, just converted everything over to a GT with the help of K Customs, so much appreciated, with their chassis plate, not actual chassis, but chassis plate in order to fit everything cleanly underneath that Toyota GT body. Castle 2028 motor, it's the 1100 kV motor, and I'm running the XLX2 ESC. Radio link, there's the information there. Two 6400 SMC 4S speed run packs for batteries. We got the lock center, which comes stock in the Limitless, and then the front and rear differentials are also locked. Upgraded bearings all throughout. I am using Perfect Pass, and when I initially set up the vehicle with Perfect Pass, I tested it on a lower setting, tested it again on a higher setting, and went through the full setup guide and understand that once you make an adjustment on Perfect Pass to recalibrate the radio and the ESC. I did that at the time. We'll get into that a little bit later. Right, me, I get off at 5 and you're 1 hour behind trying to hang in there. No worries, I'm gonna leave this video up, so if you watch it later, you can chime in if you know what the issue may be. So what's wrong with my setup? So I ran today 2 different times and got 127 miles an hour and then 121 miles an hour. Actually wrecked the car. So I'm going to post that video as a separate video. Did several backflips in the air, and I was so incredibly surprised. One, that chassis plate, not a single scratch on the edge of the carbon fiber at all. The side skirts, they're from K Customs as well. No issue whatsoever. The car is in one piece. The only bit of damage was the body posts for front and rear actually getting ripped off, and a little bit of scuffing on the body. But the side skirts, the body locking side skirts from K Customs, no issue there. Chassis plate's good. The wing from Raj Schifrin did get a little bit of damage, so I'm gonna have to put some glue or something to keep that carbon fiber from peeling away. But yeah, I was really lucky. Anyways, let's see. 2 different data logs. Might be a quick video. Okay, so let me go ahead and minimize this stuff here and pull up one of the 2 runs. I'll go full screen. And real quick, if any of you can't see the numbers at the bottom, let me know. I will try to adjust. But let me zoom into, we'll go into the second run here. So this is actually the second run of the day. So let me pull up the other one. This one here. Second log, I should say. And this first one might be okay. No. That wasn't it anyways. We'll go into here. Okay. By looking at the stance of the car, the front looks very high. Okay, so looking at the picture, it was high at the time. Whenever I went and made the second run, I did take the front down by quite a bit, and because of just the pure heaviness of the car, I did have to bring the rear up a lot. So when I ran it the second time, I didn't have any issues with it backflipping. Maybe I didn't go fast enough, but there was no backflipping. I think under the power, it did squat down just fine. Maybe the front spoiler or splitter rubbed a little bit, but not too bad. But thank you for the for that. Looking at the amp draw. Looking at the amp draw, your issue is you are not at 100% throttle. Okay, so that's a good thing to point out. I can also see on the power out. Hopefully you guys can actually see this. Let me know if I need to zoom in. But we're at 86% power out. Now I didn't know if that was an issue with the Perfect Pass or if that was a calibration issue. And K was working with me, K Customs was working with me earlier, and they think just a simple recalibration with the remote should work. So I did that after talking with him, got it home, recalibrated it, and haven't been able to run it since. But with others' opinions, looking at this, power out 86%, horsepower only at 9.7. So that's low for this particular setup. Ripple seems good, under 1 volt max ripple. Voltage drop. So if we maybe get into this a little bit closer, let me get rid of some of this other stuff. I can actually see it. Where's it at? RPM, power out. Get back into here. Well, I mean, voltage drop is not bad at all. Try putting in 2 motors, yeah. Maybe in the future, but not right now. I'm trying to get to just 140. You should see 20 horsepower and 450 amps. Yeah. So we're nowhere near that amount for this setup. So this was the first run, power out 86. RPM, and does that RPM look right? I'm gonna go ahead and, sorry, you guys are gonna see the setup potentially. RPM 48,000. I thought that motor actually doesn't run higher than 45. What do you guys think about that RPM? Is RPM accurate? So I know there's a little delay between what I'm saying and me seeing y'all's comments, but 48,000 on this RPM. Let me go ahead and pull up the other log. Okay. So this one got me kind of confused also. Horsepower is higher and amp draw is higher. So that car's 50,000 RPM. Got it. Okay. So horsepower and amp draw is higher, but RPM was lower at 35. Now, the one thing I did change between the previous run and this run was, hold on, I will tell you. Let me connect this up real quick. Hold on one second. All right, we're not updating to the most recent. The only thing that I changed from the previous run to this run, which may have impacted the horsepower and current, the amp draw, was the start power. So I changed the start power from low to high because low was best for almost any application and any battery type / capability. Now, I do have the SMCs. These are the speed run packs. So my understanding of they are top quality batteries. So I went ahead and moved this over to high for start power, thinking, you know, maybe it wasn't getting quite the punch it needed out of the batteries. Maybe that change in the settings resulted in the change in horsepower and amp draw, maybe. At a lower RPM too. So 35,000 RPM is what we were getting that out of. The biggest thing though, power out, you guys can see, only 74%. So K Customs, they had, their theory was that it's just a calibration issue between the radio and the ESC. I recalibrated it. I thought I calibrated it right the first time after putting in perfect pass. Should I do anything else? What do you guys think? Am I okay to leave perfect pass in, recalibrate it, and run it again? Or what? Motor setup page and low voltage turned off. Let me pull that up. So motor setup, reverse direction, smart sense, brushless, timing, normal, and 180 cutoff. And then the LiPo cutoff, it's set to auto, but it's 3.2 volts. Yeah, let me just go ahead and go through each page. So Auto lipo, I'm not touching that. 3.2, I can definitely lower that, up it. That's just the default. No reverse. I didn't want to risk, hitting the brakes and accidentally kicking anything into reverse. 7.5 BEC, 50% brake amount, no drag brake. So there's that. Power, we've got start power at high, 100%, reverse percentage 50, but that doesn't matter. I'm not, going in reverse at all. Turn that auto off. So let me go back for a second. Can you clarify, okay, customs, turn which auto off? Whoops. I don't know what happened there. Open that back up. USB connected. All right. Okay. Turn that auto off. Stop it. Are you talking about the cutoff? What's up, bro? Leave the settings in default. That's where they're at right now. Waiting to hear from K. Cutoff voltage. Turn that off. So the first box. So me cutting this off, is that going to risk base for racing with top quality discharge nickel metal? So of course I'm taking it out. I'm running it once or twice, bringing it back in. With that having no cutoff, it's not going to limit me, but I will also be self-aware of not to run this over and over and over and let the batteries kill themselves. So let me know if that was not what you meant. Just shoot me a comment. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and keep going through the pages. So power, we got start power on high, max power, reverse, but doesn't matter. We don't have reverse. And punch control is disabled. So 100% determined by the capacity or capability of your batteries. Did not do a torque test. Go over to advanced. Arming time, that's default. Auxiliary wire, none. Live link. Let's see. This allows the ESC to operate at full power. It will limit. Having it on will limit your power when accelerating. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. I'll just have to be self-aware not to just totally drain out the batteries. So motor directions reverse because of the way that it's set up. Smart sense brushless. Normal timing. Punch control at 70. Okay. So let me run back. So if we're at 70, we are at high traction, high, medium acceleration, limiting, good for two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive on medium, low traction surfaces. So definitely willing to try anything. So we'll switch that over to 70. Motor timing, normal. I'm going to continue through unless we get a... if you get a lower body, it will help with airflow and lower drag. That's definitely something I'm curious to explore some more. Because I do have quite a bit of a lip on the body. I might have to cut that away, even though I've already painted and the body's done. I can definitely trim a little bit more off of that. What you guys see in the picture is what it's currently at. So you guys see that lip there up front. It's not as high as it is in the picture anymore, but it definitely does have that front flat section. Logging, of course, throttle brake, curve, all flat. So any other changes you'd recommend, Kay, or anybody else, before I go ahead and send this over to the ESC? Kind of run through once more. Nope, no other changes. All right, so let's go ahead and update the ESC with that. Okay, so just to summarize for anybody who watches this not live, so later on today or whenever, we were running an aggressive gearing setup. I was told by some good people not to change anything with the ESC, maybe servo, and that's it. I got you. Definitely a good way to start out, Quan. But at this point, I'm definitely willing to try anything to eke out, a couple more mile per hour. So anyways, aggressive gearing, we got 127, didn't really make sense. The setup, the gearing, the batteries, everything was really prepared to go 140 plus. My personal goal is to get to 140 and, that's it. Or, a little bit over 140 and then call it a day and then stick to bashing. I say that now, but I'll probably continue with the speedrun stuff, especially going to like a Typhon or, experimenting with other vehicles. But anyways, we reduced, we changed it to no cutoff on the LiPo. We changed the punch to 70%, and we recalibrated the controller or the transmitter to the ESC because of the power out on our curve. We're good with the voltage drop. We're good with the ripple. We know that horsepower and current should be higher based on the motor that we're running. RPM, of course, we got a lot more room to grow. It definitely could be all part of that issue right there. So taking the perfect pass off until you get the car running right. I'm going to run it once more with the perfect pass on just because we changed just a couple things. See what happens. If it's still not getting the power out like it should, I'll take the perfect pass off, run it again with identical settings, and then look at the log again to see if anything changed with the power out. Do you guys recommend running a wheelie bar for speed runs with a slash two-wheel drive? I'm going to let the community answer that. It just depends on how fast you're trying to go with that slash and if you're picking the front end up. So, all right, those are what we did. If anybody watching this later has any other suggestions, just leave a comment in the comment section. I'll definitely get to it. I'll consider it, and I will update everyone with another video on when I run this again and any other settings I change in the future. So I greatly appreciate Kay and Quan and Christian and Speed King and everybody else who stopped by now or later. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I appreciate it. And you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday, and don't work too hard this week.